Have you ever noticed that the cards from Ace to 10 are more than just isolated images, and they unfold a story with each suit telling its own? Today, I'm going to reveal one of them. Get ready for the collateral effects. Once you see the full picture, there's no going back. You'll never look at these cards the same way again. You'll unlock a whole new level of understanding. Let's dive in. The Story of Swords opens with a moment that demands careful analysis. It's an invitation to explore deeper, seek clarity, and ultimately to decide a course of action. He wishes it wasn't happening. He doesn't want to face it, but reality refuses to be ignored, and he knows he must make a choice, one that will shape everything to come. There's no escape from it. Every path seems wrong, and whatever he decides, something will be lost. Someone will be hurt, and a part of him will never be the same. There's no going back. He will carry the weight of responsibility and the emotional cost that come with it for the rest of his life. With the decision, heartbreak follows immediately. Guilt, sadness, anger hit him at once, and the pain is sharp, the regret overwhelming. There's no relief, no reassurance that he did the right thing. Only the painful realization that something inside him has broken. It's as if a part of him has died. Overwhelmed by all these emotions, he retreats. The world is too much, too loud. He needs a safe and a peaceful space to make sense of it all, a place where he can process what he's going through. He hopes that in stillness, the chaos within will finally quiet, and healing will begin. But silence isn't always soothing, and the world doesn't pause just because he needs a moment. When he finally steps back in, he's met with judgment. Not everyone understands his choice. Some challenge it, demanding explanations he has no desire to give. He won't justify himself. He refuses to be put on trial and strikes first. His words become a weapon, cold and calculated, designed to silence any challenge, to ensure no one dares to question him again. With each one, he creates a distance, pushing others away as far as he can. And in that moment, he wins. There is a dark, perverse satisfaction, a sense of power in knowing he can dominate, command respect, and make others back down. It is a satisfaction, but a fleeting one. The weight of the initial choice, the intensity of the fight, and the unresolved emotions have built up over time, leaving him exhausted. He can't keep fighting like this, and he doesn't want to. His mind and body can't sustain that kind of intensity forever. The constant tension chips away at his spirit, and all he craves is to leave it behind and find more peaceful state of mind. The endless cycle of regret and frustration, it's too much. There must be another way to move forward. He walks away from the battle, leaving behind the place that held his pain. But his mind, still restless, follows him. It doesn't matter where he goes. The thoughts, the doubts, the questions, they come with him. No matter how far he distances himself physically, the echoes of what he's done cling to him, forcing him to face the reality of his own actions. The mind doesn't let go that easily. Even in the quiet, it speaks, pulling him back into the turmoil he thought he left behind, and peace doesn't come. Instead, something else rises. Something he never expected. A truth that shakes him to his core. For the first time, he sees himself clearly, and he is horrified. He discovered a side of himself he hadn't known existed, capable of cruelty, finding a disturbing satisfaction in causing pain. The way he lashed out, the satisfaction he took in seeing others hurt. He never thought he was capable of that. He doesn't recognize the person he had become. It is as if he'd transformed into somebody else. At first, he justifies his behavior. The world had pushed me, so I pushed back. The judgment, the expectations, the pressure, I wasn't going to stand there and take it. I fought to defend myself, to silence the voices that challenged me. But there is another realization that scares him. It wasn't the world that made him act this way. It wasn't the conflict, the pressure, or the circumstances. It was him. That shadowy part of himself had always been there, unnoticed, waiting for the right moment to emerge. And the proof is undeniable. He remembers the satisfaction he felt when his words struck deep, when he saw the hurt in their eyes. It wasn't just self-defense. A part of him wanted to lash out. What does that mean about who he really is? This realization changes everything. Before, he believed he had simply reacted, forced into aggression by the situation around him. But now he sees the truth. His actions weren't just a response. He can't blame it entirely on the world. Because if that darkness came from within him, then it was always there. The question isn't just about what he did, but about what comes next. He doesn't want to be that person. He doesn't want to be someone who hurts just because he can. So he makes a decision. He will hold back. He will keep certain thoughts and emotions to himself. He wants to bury that part of himself, hide it away where no one can ever see it. If he plays his part well, no one will ever suspect what he's capable of. He'll transform into someone completely different, leaving behind his true self to wear a new identity that hides everything he's become. But even this isn't a way to live forever. Something still feels off, and he feels so vulnerable. He hasn't found peace yet. Pretending he is someone else and nothing happened doesn't make the past disappear. It only traps him in its shadows. He feels bound, as if every step forward is still tied to the past. If he can't change what he's done, then what does he do with it? How does he move forward without losing himself again? Regret becomes his mental prison, and he dwells on the past, unable to break free from the weight of his own choices. He replays his actions over and over, questioning what he could have done differently, searching for a version of events where no one was hurt, including himself. But the past won't change, no matter how many times he relives it. This truth presses down on him. He feels like he was trapped in a suffocating fog, draining the color from everything around him. Everything feels dull, lifeless, and void of joy or meaning, and time has become irrelevant. He can no longer remember how long he's been stuck in this place. All he knows is that it feels endless, and escape seems impossible. But nothing lasts forever. Slowly, imperceptibly, something shifts inside him. His mind, the very thing that has trapped him in endless cycles of regret, begins to turn in a different direction. A quiet defiance rises. He refuses to stay lost in this emptiness. For so long he believed that thinking through everything, analyzing every choice, would lead him to clarity. Instead, it had only deepened his suffering, forcing him to relive what he could never change. His mind, sharp and relentless, became a weapon turned against himself. But now he sees it for what it is, powerful but not always wise. He has spent so much time trying to control, trying to undo, trying to make sense of something that just is. But some things are meant to be accepted, not solved. The only way out is to let go, not to forget or ignore, but to stop resisting the reality. He can't undo the past, but he knows he doesn't want it to define the rest of his life. Yes, he made choices. Yes, he hurt people. Yes, he discovered a side of himself he never wanted to see. But that's not all he is. He doesn't have to be ruled by what was. He can choose what comes next. For the first time in a long time, he lets himself believe in something. He doesn't have to stay in this place of self-destruction. He can choose to rise. He wants to rise and he will, like the sun. The dark night is over. This is the end of a painful chapter, the death of one phase, and the promise of a new beginning. This is the story of the mind's power, how it can imprison us in regret or lead us to freedom, how it can be both our greatest ally and our worst enemy. His journey was never just about the choices he made, but about how he lived with them, how his thoughts shaped his reality, turning guilt into isolation, anger into destruction, and regret into an endless loop. But in the end, the same mind that tore him down became his way out. When he stopped resisting the past, when he let go of the need to rewrite what could never change, he took back control. The mind is not meant to be a cage. It's the most powerful tool we have. The thoughts we allow to take root shape our beliefs, our actions, and ultimately our destiny. What we focus on, We manifest. What we believe, we become. When we take control of our mind, when we decide to focus on what empowers us instead of what holds us back, we unlock limitless potential. Our mind can be our greatest ally or our worst enemy. It can hold us back or set us free. I'd love to know if what I shared resonates with you. Please feel free to share your thoughts or leave a comment. See you in another video. Take care.